I'm Mario Attubato. I'm the corporate head of digital transformation at Saipem. So I started as engineer, environmental engineer, very proud to be part of the engineering people, and clearly I was super interested on technology and also on energy. And today I'm part of this super family, very focused on those kind of things. I started in a few years ago in a consulting firm. Then I moved from consulting firm to industry players, energy players, utilities, and oil and gas. Then I decided to back to my first love, the consulting areas. And I spent several years, almost 10 years in the consulting areas. For then moving to Saipem, and a disaster player with the focus on digital transformation. Saipem is today is well known for the oil and gas exploration, drilling, and the E&C, engineering and construction businesses. Basically, we built several plants in this field. Today, Saipem is quite different. It's different because it's very focused on the energy transition. We are investing a lot of capabilities, money, but also time, effort, capacity, and so on the renewables, and everything will be or will change, if you want, the way we produce and consume energy. So we move from the fossils to the renewable. We move from oil and gas to energy solution provider, energy solution developer. So we are trying to also push our value proposition to our clients in a different way. We would like to discuss better with our clients in a way to move their capital projects from the traditionally conventional to a new ways, hybrid if you want, conventional new ways of producing energy. And this is a very challenging path through net zero, through digital transformation, through cultural changes. So for that reason, I would say that Saipem is really going to a new industry, but also a new era, a new DNA for us. In 2 weeks, we put 6,000 people at home. We were astonished and surprised because as Italians, you know, in the crisis, we reacted in a very super smart way. So whatever was the procedure to assign the laptop was totally put away. So the people needs a laptop, needs digital collaboration. So we move from few hours or few contacts. I remember 100, 200 per hour to 12,000 in an hour in a day, per hours in a day, looking at our infrastructure. So we saw the peaks increasing in a very absolutely astonishing way. We were surprised that people were reacting in a very good way, and we believe that now we have the proof that the people could be digital also in a very old traditional business. People could leverage on this type of tools in a very strong situation at home, in their sometimes little home. So with kids around people. So we experimented where I would say was a social experiment, a massive social experiment. What I mean about digital transformation, quite easy. To me, digital transformation means to put at a scale, whatever is technologically, and also from a process perspective, a change on our ways of working, ways of acting, ways of thinking. So digital transformation is not only technology. Digital transformation should leverage on technology, but needs to leverage on new skills, new competencies, people, the same people that we have, we should reskill them. We should try to move from an old culture to a new culture. At the end of the story, I would say that the digital transformation is a way to move from all traditional processes, typically manually driven, not super data driven, not managed by people that are trying to live and to act in a different way. So at the end of the story, the mindset, the culture, how the people see things. So how the people try to imagine the processes, try to imagine the ways of working, try to imagine the operating model, try to imagine new business, new services, try to move from a very product player to a service player. We see our clients and customers changing the strategic plans. They are really changing the DNA. So moving from pure oil player to energy player. Put attention. Oil player does not mean energy player sometimes. Energy players is extended concept. Energy player means that you are trying to leverage and you are trying to diversify your portfolio. You are trying to move, or to, let's say, the energy transition basically is to move from the old traditional and conventional fuels, if you want, to new ones. We are on several committees on hydrogen, on electricity. We are trying to expand also our client portfolio. We move from the 20 major in the world to 20 major in the world, clearly, but also the utilities, but also industrial players, manufacturing, because they would leverage on different ways of producing energy. And maybe they would like to see new energy, but also enabled by the digital technology behind, managed by smart people, very focused on innovation, very focused on digital as a ways of making something real in a better way, maybe less expensive, and clearly here and now. Something that today for a lot of processes is not in this way. For that reason, we are basically trying to move from somebody that is going to follow the trends. Today we would like, and I'm quite sure that our new CEO, Francesco Caio, will help us on that, will give us the leverage and the sponsorship to have our value proposition on the energy transition, on the digital solution, and clearly to mix everything to make Saipem more innovative, more valuable, with a different purpose. And the purpose will really take care about our world, our people, our next generation. As I told before, for my kids, I need to be a sort of guarantee of their future. The key part of the transformation of our DNA, the energy transformation, the energy transition, digital transformation, more innovation approach, is part of our challenge, is part of our key pillar. Without the right people, the right culture, technology is nothing. We have a lot of technology. I can buy technology. technology is there. I can ask several vendors in the world. I can ask the best consultant in the world. It's not the problem. The problem is how to define that, how to make it real. And to make it real, you need to have the right people, the right mindset, the engaged people, the people that believe on your dreams, your ambition, and clearly try to move from a very specific and old traditional approach to the new ones. How to make them? Show the value. Show what they can do. Show what they can obtain. Show the fact that today we are not up to date to really push on the challenges or to fight with some challenges. You should stay with us. You should work. Your ideas are important. Your needs are important because your needs, business needs, could really move from A to B, from an old traditional approach to a new ways of approach and working on your business life. And believe me, I would say the world is going faster than ever. So if you are not properly aligned to this velocity, you can lose.